Hello, my friend. Welcome to the VUS Learning English podcast. My name is Anna, and I am so happy you are here today. This podcast is a warm, safe place for English learners. It is a place for you. Here, we learn together, we grow together, and we do it with happy hearts. Today, we have a very special topic. It is a topic for so many English learners around the world. Today, we will talk about how to practice speaking English. How to speak English and practice English all by yourself. At home, with no speaking partner. Does that sound good? I think it is a wonderful topic. It is a key to help you speak English better. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. You are doing something wonderful for yourself today. You are taking a step to reach your English dream. And that is amazing. If you enjoy our time together today, please think about showing your support. You can give this podcast a like, or you can follow our channel. When you do this, you help our podcast grow. You help us reach more English learners, more friends just like you. Thank you so much for that. Before we begin, I am curious. Where are you listening from today? Are you in Somalia? Are you in Cambodia? Are you in Sri Lanka? Or maybe somewhere else in our beautiful world? You can write it in the comments. I'd love to see where all our friends are listening from. It makes me feel like we are all one big family. Okay, are you ready? Find a comfortable place. Take a nice, slow breath. In and out. Let's begin. I want you to think about something. Does this feel like you? You feel a little stuck. You want to speak English so much, but it feels hard. You study English. You spend many hours watching English movies. You listen to English music. You have apps on your phone to learn new words. You even do your grammar exercises. You know many, many words. Maybe thousands of words are in your head. You can read English. You can listen to English. But when it is time to speak, it feels like the words are gone. Silence. The words are trapped. They are somewhere between your brain and your mouth. You want to say something, but the words do not come out. It is a lonely feeling. And maybe you tell yourself a story that so many English learners tell themselves. Maybe your story sounds like this. I cannot practice my English speaking. I cannot practice because I do not have a speaking partner. I have no one to talk to. This feeling is so common. It is maybe the number one sad feeling for almost every English learner on our planet. You are not alone in this feeling. You might think that you need a native speaker, someone to talk with, someone to find your mistakes, someone to correct you, and you think without this person, you will never speak English well. You will never, ever be fluent. Does this sound familiar? It is a heavy feeling, a feeling that can make you want to give up. And there is another thing, your daily life. Your life is so busy. You feel like your life is the biggest mountain. It stands between you and your English goals. You have to work, or you have to study for school. You have to cook food for your family. You have to clean your home. You have to take care of the people you love. By the end of the day, you are so tired, you have no more energy. The last thing you want to do is open an English textbook. The idea feels too heavy. It feels like more work. And so, day by day, you see your dream of speaking English, and it feels like it is moving away from you, slowly slipping away. Day by day, chore by chore, work by work. It feels like you are in a race against time, and you are always losing. This feeling of being so busy, of having a very long list of things to do every single day. This feeling is a big reason why so many people stop learning. They just give up. It is a sad story, but it is a story that many of us know. But what if I told you something new? What if I told you that story, the story you tell yourself, is not the whole truth? What if the problem is not that you don't have a speaking partner? What if the problem is that you think you need one? And what if I told you that your biggest problem, your busy, tired, chore-filled daily life? What if I told you that your daily life is actually your secret tool? What if it is the most powerful tool you have? The best tool to help you speak English well? In our time together today, I am going to show you something wonderful. I will show you exactly how to practice speaking English, all by yourself, using only the daily things you already do. We are going to turn a simple, boring task like cleaning your kitchen into a powerful English lesson. A lesson for speaking. This is not just another small tip. This is a new way to think. It is a complete method. It will unlock your speaking ability. And you will not need to find a conversation partner to start. You have everything you need right now in your own home. You are enough. What you have is enough. So, if you are ready to stop making excuses and start speaking, let's begin this journey together. Why this method is your secret weapon. Before we go into the kitchen, before we start our practice, you need to understand something very important. You need to know why this method works so well, why it is so powerful. This is not just about talking to yourself. That can feel a little silly. This is a smart method. It's about helping your brain learn English in a very natural way. It is the same way you learned your first language, your mother tongue. Think about a small child, a baby learning to talk. How does a child learn? Does their mother give them grammar books? Does she show them lists of new words? Of course not. That would be very silly. A child learns by connecting words to the real world, the world all around them. A child hears, "Let's put on your red socks." And at the same time, they are touching the red socks. They are putting the red socks on their feet. Their brain connects the words red socks with the real thing. A child hears, "Are you hungry? Let's get some milk." The child feels hunger in their belly, and they see the bottle of milk. The word hungry is connected to a feeling. The word milk is connected to a thing they can see and taste. This is called contextual learning. Context means the situation around you. Learning in context creates very strong connections in your memory. Your brain is making a map. It connects the word, the action, the object, the feeling. It connects everything. This is why you can forget a word you learned from a book yesterday. But you will never forget the word for fire if you learn it by touching a hot stove. That memory is very strong. It uses many senses. The method we will use today copies this natural process. The method is narrating our daily tasks. Narrate just means to tell a story. You will tell the story of what you are doing. When you say what you are doing, you connect English words directly to your actions. You do it in real time, right now. This does something amazing in your brain. It helps you stop translating in your head. So many learners have this big problem. They think their native language first, then they try to translate the words into English. That process is very slow. It is difficult, and it can make your English sound not very natural. By narrating your actions as you do them, you are teaching your brain to skip the translation step. You are teaching your brain to start thinking in English. This is a huge, huge step. And there is more. Our daily lives are full of repetition. Repetition means doing the same thing again and again. Think about washing your hands. You do the same actions in the same order every single time. You turn on the water, you get the soap, you wash your hands, you dry your hands. This is a gift for language learning. It is a gold mine. Studies show that learners need to see and use a new word many times. Many, many times. Then the word becomes part of you. Your daily routines give you this perfect chance for repetition. And it does not feel boring. It feels natural. Finally, this method helps with the biggest enemy of speaking. Do you know what that enemy is? It is fear. The fear of making mistakes. The fear that people will judge you. The fear of sounding stupid. This fear is what makes you freeze. It is what stops the words when you try to speak with someone. But when you are alone in your kitchen, who is there to judge you? No one. Absolutely no one. You can speak slowly. You can make mistakes. It is okay. You can say the same sentence 10 times if you want. You can say it until it feels right in your mouth. Practicing alone is a safe space. It is your space. Here you can build real confidence. Strong confidence. You become your own teacher. You become your own speaking partner. So, you see, this is not just talking to yourself. It is a smart method. It uses context, it uses repetition, and it uses a safe, pressure-free space. It will wake up the vocabulary you already know. It will help you think in English, and it will build real, true speaking confidence. Now, are you ready? Let's go put it into practice. Section 1. The first step to fluency. Narrate your actions. The what. Okay, my friend. Welcome to our classroom for today. Our classroom is the kitchen, but it can be any room in your house, your bedroom, your living room, your bathroom. This space will become your personal English gym, a place to make your speaking muscles strong. Our first exercise is the beginning of everything. It is the foundation. It is very, very simple, but please do not think it is not powerful. Simple things are often the most powerful. The first step is to narrate what you are doing. Narrate means you say what is happening, like a storyteller. You will say what you are doing right now. You will use the present continuous tense. That just means using words like I am walking or I am cleaning. You are saying what is happening in this moment. This is level 1. The goal here is not to be perfect. The goal is not to say beautiful, complex sentences. No, no. The goal is to build that first important connection. The connection between your actions and English words. You are like a sports commentator for your own life. Imagine someone on TV describing a football game. He is running. He is kicking the ball. You will do the same thing for your life. Use simple sentences. Very simple, direct sentences. I am plus a verb with ing at the end. That's it. Let's begin. Imagine I'm in my kitchen. It is a little messy after dinner. I'm going to start cleaning. I will speak my actions out loud. Just listen. Softly, as if speaking to oneself, I am walking to the sink. I am turning on the water. The water is getting warm. I feel the warm water on my hands. I am picking up a plate. It is a dirty plate. This plate has some food on it. Some leftover rice is on the plate. I'm scraping the rice into the bin. I'm grabbing the sponge. I'm putting some soap on the sponge. The soap is green. I'm scrubbing the plate. I'm making circles with the sponge. Circle, circle, circle. Now I am rinsing the plate. I am washing the soap away. The water is cleaning the plate. The plate is clean now. Good. I am putting the clean plate on the drying rack. Okay, next. I am picking up a glass. I am washing the glass. Oh, I am being careful. This glass can break easily. I am putting the glass next to the plate. Now I see a pan. A greasy pan. Ugh, cooking can be messy. I am putting more soap on the sponge. I am scrubbing the pan. This is a little hard. The grease is strong. It is not coming off. I am using more power. I am scrubbing harder. Harder, harder. Okay, it is getting cleaner now, much better. I am rinsing the pan, washing away all the soap and grease. I am putting the big pan on the rack. Did you see what I did? It was very simple. Every small action had a sentence. A simple sentence to describe it. I was not trying to be a poet. I was not trying to use big words. I was just saying the facts of my actions as they happened. This is how you start. It is a beautiful, simple start. You are building a new muscle in your brain, the muscle of seeing and speaking, observing and narrating. Now, this is very important. When you try this, you will have problems. This is normal. Everyone has these problems. Let's talk about them. Problem number 1, I don't know the word for this. This will happen. I promise you, it will happen in the first 30 seconds. You will reach for something and your mind will feel empty, blank. You cannot remember the word. Let's imagine I want to wash a fork, a knife, and a spoon, but I cannot remember the word cutlery. It is gone from my memory. What do? The most important rule is do not stop talking. Do not run to your dictionary. Not right now. That will break your flow. It will stop the practice. The goal is to keep speaking, to keep the river of words flowing. So what can you do? You describe it. You talk around the word. This is a very, very important skill. It is called circumlocution. That is a big word. It just means talking around. Fluent speakers do this all the time. Everyone forgets words sometimes, even native speakers. Communicating your idea is more important than one perfect word. Always remember that. So I don't remember cutlery. Instead of stopping, I say this. Okay, now I am picking up the things we eat with. You know, the fork, the knife, and the spoon. I am washing these metal things. I am washing the thing I use to cut my food. And I am washing the thing I use for soup. See? I did not know the one word, but I used many other simple words to say my idea. And I did it. I communicated the meaning. I kept the conversation in my head going. Then later, when you are finished washing the dishes, you can take your phone. You can look up the word. What do you call a fork, knife, and spoon together? Ah, cutlery. And I promise you, you will remember that word forever. Why? Because you have a strong memory now. A memory of needing the word and not having it. That small moment of struggle is a powerful teacher. It makes the word stick in your brain. So it is a good thing when you forget a word. It is a chance to practice describing. And it is a chance to learn that word very deeply. It is a gift. Okay, let's talk about the next problem. Problem number 2. I feel stupid and my voice sounds strange. Yes, you will. I am sorry, but it is true. The first time you do this, it will feel very strange. It will feel awkward. Your voice might sound flat, robotic. I am walking. I am opening. I am closing. This is 100% normal. Every single person feels this way at the start. Please remember this. Speaking is a physical skill. It is like learning to ride a bicycle or learning to swim. You are training your body. You are training your mouth. You are training your tongue. And you are training your vocal cords. You are teaching them how to make English sound. You are exercising your speaking muscles. And like any exercise, it feels strange at first. Here's a little tip to help. Start by speaking in a quiet voice. You can almost whisper. Softly, I am opening the door. I am closing the door. This can feel less strange. And do not worry about speed. Go slowly, very slowly. The goal is not to sound like a native speaker today. The goal is to build the habit of speaking. Here's another trick. It might sound very weird, but please try it. Practice in front of a mirror. Yes, a mirror. Seeing yourself speak English is powerful. It tricks your brain. Your brain feels like you are talking to another person. This makes it feel less awkward. Plus, you can see your mouth. You can see how your mouth moves when you make sounds. This gives you information about your pronunciation. It is like having a free teacher. So please remember, feeling stupid is part of the process. It is a sign that you are trying something new. It is a sign that you are growing. Embrace the feeling. Laugh at yourself. It is okay. Are you ready to add another layer? Are you ready to go from beginner to intermediate with this step? Let's do it. Once you are comfortable with the simple, I am doing something sentence, you can make it a little more challenging, a little more interesting. Now you will start describing not just your actions, but also the objects around you, the things you see. You will add simple adjectives. Adjectives are describing words like big, small, red, blue. And you will add simple prepositions. Prepositions are location words like in, on, under, next to. You are not just telling the story of the movie now. You are also describing the room, the set. Let's go back to our kitchen. Here's how level 2 sounds. Listen to the new words. I am standing in my small kitchen. I am walking towards the stainless steel sink. The sink is full of dirty dishes. I am turning on the silver faucet. I am grabbing the yellow sponge. It has a green scrubbing side. I am picking up a white ceramic plate. There are some stains on it from the red pasta sauce. I'm putting the plate under the hot running water. I'm placing the clean plate on the black drying rack. I'm putting it next to the tall glasses. Now I see the heavy cast iron pan in the sink. The wooden handle of the pan is wet. I am putting the pan on top of the stove for a moment. Did you hear the difference? Wow, it is still simple narration, but the language is so much richer. It has more color, more detail. The kitchen is not just a kitchen, it is a small kitchen. The sink is stainless steel. The plate is white and ceramic. We are using describing words, and we are using location words. In the sink, on the rack, next to the glasses. This little change forces your brain to work a little harder. It forces you to look for more words in your memory. It helps you use a much bigger part of your vocabulary. So this is your challenge, your homework for today. I want you to do this for just 5 minutes. That's it. only 5 minutes. Pick one simple daily task. It can be making coffee, brushing your teeth, making your bed, tidying your desk. Set a timer on your phone for 5 minutes. And for those 5 minutes, you are a narrator, a storyteller. Just speak. Describe what you're doing and describe what you see. You can do this. 5 minutes is a small step, but it is the first step on a wonderful new path. Section 2. Adding a new dimension. Detail and opinion, the why and how. Okay, my friend, how did that feel? Did you try the first step? You have built the foundation. You are connecting English words to your world. That is a huge success. Now it is time to add another floor to our house. It is time to make your English sound more like you. It is time to turn this simple narration into a real expression of your thoughts, of your personality. It is time to add your feelings, your ideas, your reasons. Step 2 is to add detail and opinion. You are going to move from just saying what you are doing to explaining why you are doing it and how you feel about it. This is a magical step. This is where your English starts to sound like a real person, not a robot. This step helps you use more complex sentences. It helps you practice using connecting words, words like because, so, and but. These words are the glue that holds ideas together. And this step helps you use a whole new group of words, words about feelings and opinions. Let's go back to our kitchen. We are still cleaning. In step 1, I said, I am washing the dishes. Very simple, very clear. Now in step 2, I will say more. I will share my inner monologue, my inner thoughts. Listen. Speaking in a more thoughtful, personal tone. Okay, I'm washing these dishes because they have been in the sink since last night. And I really can't stand a messy kitchen. I do not like it. It just makes me feel stressed. I am starting with the plates first since they are the easiest to clean. I really hate washing greasy pans. Hate it. So I am saving that pan for last. It's the worst part of cooking, I think. This soap smells pretty nice, actually. It smells like lemons. It's a fresh smell. I bought it last week because it was on sale. It was cheaper. And I am glad I bought it. It works much better than my old soap. My old soap did not make many bubbles. Ugh, this pan. This pan is going to be a nightmare. It will be very difficult to clean. I cooked eggs in it this morning, and now everything is stuck to the bottom. So sticky. I probably should have soaked it in water. I should have put water in it right away. But I forgot. I always forget to do that. It is such a bad habit. I think I need to let it soak for a few minutes. I will put water in it and wait. I will do this before I try scrubbing. Yes, that is a good idea. I am filling the pan with hot water so the food can get soft. While I wait for the pan, I am going to wipe down the counters. I love having clean counters. It makes the whole kitchen feel brighter. It makes me feel happy and calm. Wow, did you feel that change? It was a huge shift, a massive change. The language is completely different now. It is alive. We move from simple observation, I am washing a pan, to complex thought? I think I should soak this pan because the eggs are stuck. I use so many useful words, words like because, so, and, but, and before. These words connected my ideas. I expressed opinions. I really hate. It smells pretty nice. That is a good idea. I talked about the past. I cooked eggs this morning. I bought it last week. and I talked about my future plans. I am going to wipe down the counters. This is how people really talk. We do not just describe the world, we talk about our feelings, our memories, and our plans. This step is so important. It helps you wake up your passive vocabulary. What is passive vocabulary? It is all the words you know, all the words you can understand when you read or listen, but you do not use them when you speak. You know the word because. You know the word hate. You know the word think. This exercise forces you to pull those words out of your memory. It forces you to actually use them, to say them out loud. This is how passive words become active words. Now, just like in step 1, this new step has new problems. Let's talk about them together. It is always good to be prepared. Problem number 1, my mind is empty. I have no opinions about a cup. This is a very, very common feeling. You look at a simple object, like a coffee mug, and you think, it is just a mug. It is boring. What can I possibly say about a mug? Here's the secret. You do not need deep, intelligent, philosophical thoughts. You just need any thought. A simple thought. A small thought. And if you cannot find a real thought, it is okay to make one up. Pretend. Use your imagination. Pretend you are an actor in a movie. You are playing a character who loves mugs, or a character who hates mugs. So, what could you say about a simple coffee mug? Let's think together. You could talk about its origin. Where did it come from? This is my favorite mug because my sister gave it to me. It was a present for my birthday. You could talk about its appearance. What does it look like? I love the blue color of this mug, but I think the color is fading a little. It is not as bright as before. You could talk about its use. How do you use it? I drink tea from this mug every single morning. My day cannot start until I have tea from this special mug. You could talk about its condition. Is it okay? Oh, there's a small chip here. Small piece is broken. I need to be more careful. I would be very sad if this mug broke. Do you see? None of these thoughts are very deep. They are simple, everyday thoughts, normal thoughts. The goal is not to have amazing ideas. The goal is to practice the language of expressing those ideas. If you feel very, very stuck, here's a super simple trick. Start every sentence with, I think, or I feel. For example, I think this kitchen is small. I feel tired today. I think this water is too hot. I feel happy when the kitchen is clean. This is a very simple way to open the door, to get your thoughts flowing. Try it. It really helps. Okay, are you ready for the next problem? Problem number 2. I keep making grammar mistakes. Yes, of course you do, and that is wonderful. Wait, Anna, did you say wonderful? Yes, I did. Making mistakes is a wonderful part of learning. This step 2, is designed to be more difficult. It is designed to push you, to make you use more complex grammar. It is impossible to do this step perfectly. It is impossible not to make mistakes. Especially with grammar about the past, like I should have soaked the pan. Or grammar about imagined situations, like I would be sad if it broke. This grammar is harder, so you will make mistakes. And that is exactly what we want. Here's the most important rule for this problem. Are you listening closely? Do not stop to correct yourself in the moment. Let me say that again. When you are speaking, do not stop. Keep going. This is speaking practice. It is not writing practice. Think about a real conversation. You cannot pause the conversation for 30 seconds to fix a grammar mistake. That would be very strange. Your goal here is fluency. Fluency is the smooth flow of your speech, like a river. If you constantly stop and start, you are training yourself to be a hesitant speaker, a speaker who is always worried, always stopping. We do not want to train that habit. We want to train the habit of flowing. So what should you do with the mistakes? Ignore them? No. Here's the tool. Record yourself. Just use the voice memo app on your phone. Everyone has one. It is simple. Press the red button, start your practice, speak for 5 or 10 minutes, then press stop. Later, maybe the next day, listen to the recording. I know, it can be very painful to hear your own voice. Most people do not like it. I do not always like hearing my own voice. But I promise you, it is the best way to improve. It is the single most effective way to become your own teacher. As you listen, you will hear your mistakes. You will hear them very clearly. I said, I go to the store yesterday. I should have said, I went to the store yesterday. You are not judging yourself. You are not saying, oh, I am so bad at English. No. You are a detective. You are looking for clues. Clues about what you need to study. Your speaking practice gives you a map. It shows you exactly what you need to learn. If you hear many mistakes with past tense, then you know what to study for 15 minutes tomorrow. You can Google simple past tense in English. You can watch a short video about it. Then the next time you practice speaking, you can try to use it correctly. This creates a beautiful circle. You speak, you find mistakes, you study the mistakes, you speak again. This is called a feedback loop, and it is how you get better faster. So mistakes are not your enemy. They are your guide. They are your teacher. Are you ready to make this step even more fun? Let's level up. Let's get creative. Instead of just talking about your own thoughts, start telling stories about the world around you. Look at an object. Any object. An apple on the counter. A book on your table. A bird outside your window. And tell its story. Use your imagination. Let's look at that apple on the counter. Here is a red apple. I wonder where it came from. Maybe it grew on a big farm. A farm with many trees, somewhere warm and sunny. I imagine it was picked a few weeks ago. Perhaps a person with kind hands picked it from the tree. Then it traveled a long way on a big truck to get to my grocery store. I chose this apple because it looked so shiny and perfect. It looked the best. It seems like it would be a boring life being an apple. Just sitting and waiting. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. I bet it will be sweet and crunchy. This is a beautiful, creative exercise. It pushes your English into the world of imagination. You are using new words, words of guessing and wondering. I wonder, maybe, perhaps, I bet. This is so fun. It feels like playing a game. And you are practicing advanced English skills at the same time. You can do this anywhere with anything you see. Section 3. Simulating real life. Ask and answer questions. The what if. You are doing so wonderfully. Let's take a moment to be proud of ourselves. We have learned so much. You have learned to look at your world and describe it. Step 1. You have learned to share your feelings and ideas about it. Step 2. Now it is time for the final step, the most powerful step. the step that will bring everything together. It is time to turn your monologue, your one-person speech, into a dialogue, a conversation. It is time to have a conversation with yourself. Yes, that's right. Step 3 is to ask and answer questions. You will become two people in your mind. You are the interviewer and the interviewee. You are the person with a problem and the person with a solution. You are the person who asks a question and the person who answers it. This technique is amazing. It is the closest you can get to a real spontaneous conversation when you are alone. It is the key to help you develop real conversational fluency. This step directly helps with that big, scary feeling. I don't know what to say next. In a real conversation, you have to respond. You have to answer questions. You have to ask questions. This exercise trains that exact skill, that mental muscle. Let's go back to our kitchen one last time. We are finished cleaning. The kitchen looks beautiful. Now I'm hungry. I will have a conversation with myself about what to eat. Listen. Questioning voice. Okay, so what should I make for dinner tonight? Answering voice. Well, I don't have much time, so it needs to be something quick. I think I have some pasta, and I have a jar of tomato sauce. Yeah, pasta sounds good. That only takes about 15 minutes. Questioning voice. But wait a minute. Didn't I eat pasta on Monday? Should I really have pasta again today? Answering voice. That's a good point. I did have pasta on Monday. Maybe something else is better. What is in the fridge? Let me look. Okay, I see eggs, some cheese, and a few vegetables. I could make an omelet. An omelet is very fast and it is pretty healthy. Questioning voice. An omelet sounds good. What will I need to make it? Answering voice. I will need 2 eggs, a little bit of milk, some salt and pepper. I will also chop up this onion and this green pepper. Oh, and I will need to grate some cheese. It should be easy, not too much work. Questioning voice. Okay, but what if I don't have enough eggs? Do I need to go to the store? Answering voice. Let me check the fridge again. Okay, good news. I have 4 eggs. That is plenty of eggs. I do not need to go to the store. That is great. I really do not feel like going out again today. Do you see what happened? Do you see the dynamic? It was a little conversation, back and forth. One part of my brain was asking questions. The other part of my brain was solving problems and answering. This is exactly what happens in a real conversation with a friend. This technique forces you to use question words. What, where, when, why, how, and it forces you to use other useful words like should, could, and will. This technique is so useful. You can use it for anything in your life. You can use it for planning your day. What is the first thing I need to do at work today? Should I answer my emails first, or should I start writing that report? I think I should answer my emails first. It will only take 10 minutes. You can use it for making a decision. Should I watch a movie tonight, or should I read my book? Which movie should I watch? Maybe that new comedy. I want to watch something happy. And you can use it for this. This is maybe the most useful way to practice. You can practice for a specific situation, a real-life event that is coming soon. Imagine you have a job interview tomorrow. You are probably nervous. That is normal. You can practice for it right now in your room by yourself. You can be the interviewer, and you can be you. Let's try. Interviewer voice. So, can you tell me a little about yourself? Your voice calm and confident. Of course, thank you for asking. I am a hardworking marketing student. I have experience with social media and making digital content. Interviewer voice? I see. Why are you interested in working for our company? Your voice, calm and confident. Well, I have been following your company for a while. I am very impressed with your work. I love your creative ideas. I believe my skills can help your team. And I am very excited for the chance to learn and grow with you. You can have a full job interview with yourself. How amazing is that? You can practice ordering food in a restaurant. What would you like to order? I would like to have the chicken salad, please. And for your drink? Just water for me, thank you. You can practice asking for directions. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for the post office. Of course. Go straight and turn left at the big tree. It is on your right. By practicing these situations in your mind, you are preparing your brain for the real moment. You are building a path in your memory. When the real situation happens, it will not feel so new. It will not feel so scary. Why? Because you have already lived it 10 times in your head. You are ready. You are prepared. Now, this step also has its own challenges. Let's look at them. Problem number 1. I don't know how to make questions correctly. This is a very common problem for English learners. English question structure can be tricky. Words like do, does, did can be confusing. Do you remember our tool from step 2? That's right, the voice recorder on your phone. This is another perfect time to use it. Record your question and answer practice. Listen back to it. You will hear the mistakes. Where you go yesterday? When you listen, you might notice this mistake. I should have said, where did you go yesterday? Please do not feel discouraged. Do not feel sad. This is not a failure. This is data. It is useful information. It tells you exactly what you need to study. If you are making mistakes with questions, you now have a clear study plan. You can go to Google and search for how to make questions in English. Spend 15 minutes learning the rules. Then go right back to your speaking practice. Try to use the rules you just learned. This is how you build your skills, one piece at a time. It is like building with Legos. You add one block, then another, then another. Soon, you will have a beautiful castle. Are you ready for the final challenge? The boss level? If you feel comfortable with asking and answering questions and you want to try something for advanced learners, you can turn your self-conversation into a debate. A debate is when you argue for two different sides of an idea. Let's call this thinking about both sides. First, choose a topic you have an opinion about. For example, social media is bad for people. Now, you will argue for both sides of this idea, even the side you do not agree with. Side A, you agree with this side. I think social media can be bad. It makes people compare their lives to other people's lives. This can make them feel sad. Also, it can be a big waste of time. Side B, the other side. Wait a minute. I understand that point, but I think you are not seeing the good things. Social media helps people connect with friends and family far away. It can be a great tool for learning new things. And it can give a voice to people who need to be heard. Side A, your response. That is true, however, there is a big problem with fake news. Misinformation spreads very fast. It is very hard to know what is real and what is fake. Doing this is a very high-level exercise. It forces you to use special words for persuading and contrasting. Words like however, on the other hand, and while it's true that this is amazing practice. And you can do it all by yourself. While you are folding your laundry or waiting for the bus, my wonderful friend, you now have the tools. You have the map. You know the why and you know the how. The only thing left is the do, the action. Your challenge for today is simple. I want you to choose one daily activity, just one. It could be making your bed in the morning. It could be taking a shower. It could be walking to the bus stop. And for just 5 minutes, I want you to try step 1. Just narrate what you are doing. I am pulling up the blanket. I am fluffing the pillow. Then I invite you to come back to this podcast and write in the comments. Tell me, what daily activity are you going to use for your English practice this week? Are you going to narrate your cooking? Are you going to narrate your commute to work? Are you going to narrate your morning workout? When you share your plan, you make a promise to yourself. It makes you more likely to do it. And your comment will inspire other learners too. It will inspire our whole family of friends. And if you found this podcast episode helpful, if a little light bulb turned on in your mind, if you finally see a path to speaking English that works for your busy life, please consider giving this podcast a like and please subscribe or follow the channel. I create practical, gentle English lessons for busy people just like you. Your support helps me so much. It helps me create more lessons just like this one. Thank you. Let's take a nice, calm breath together, in and out. Let's quickly remember the powerful 3-step method we learned today, our secret weapon for speaking English alone. First, step 1, you narrate your actions. You become a commentator for your own life. You build the direct, strong link between your actions and English words. I am opening the book. Second, step 2, you add detail and opinion. You move from what to why and how. You explain your reasons. You share your feelings. You bring your personality into your English. I am opening this book because I love stories and I feel excited to read it. And third, step 3, you ask and answer questions. You turn your monologue into a dialogue. You have a conversation with yourself. You practice for real-life situations. What will happen in this story? I wonder if the hero will be brave. My friend, remember the story many learners tell themselves. The story that says, I need a speaking partner to speak well. Today, you learned this is not the whole truth. Practicing with other people is good. It is valuable. But it is not where you need to start. You do not need to wait. You do not need to wait for the perfect partner or the perfect moment. This solo method, this method of practicing alone, this is what builds your foundation. It builds the confidence and the core skills you need. It makes you ready for those real-world conversations. You have everything you need to start right now, today. Consistency is the most important thing. Doing a little bit every day. Even just 5 or 10 minutes of this practice every single day will make a huge, huge difference over time. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake you find is a treasure. It is a stepping stone on your path. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a long journey. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress, one step at a time. Enjoy the process, have fun with it, play with the language. and know that you are finally taking control of your own English journey. You are in the driver's seat. You are your own teacher. You are your own speaking partner, and you absolutely 100% have what it takes to reach your dream. The dream of speaking English with confidence and joy. Start today. Just 5 minutes. You can do it. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. It was an honor to be with you. Keep learning, keep shining. See you next time, my friend.